Hello everyone and welcome to Agent Tapp Introductory Webinar. We're going to give everyone a few more minutes to get situated and then we'll get started. Right now would be a perfect time to make sure that you have installed the app on your phone. To double check that, just tap on your phone, see if your face is there. If it's not, simply go to your dashboard at agenttapp.com. If you need to still send the app to yourself, click the large blue Send App button in the upper left-hand corner of your app. Type in your name, your number, then click Send. You will get a text message with a link in it. Click it and go ahead and install. We will spend a good chunk of our time on the dashboard, so have it open on your computer and follow along, or go ahead and log into your dashboard once we conclude. All right, everyone, let's get started. First of all, thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Katie Seaman, and I am the Customer Success Manager with Tapp. My job is to make sure you know how to become a rock star with your app. Your Agent Tapp app is super easy to use, and the information I'm going to share in the next 15 minutes or so will help generate more referrals, convert more leads, and ultimately turbocharge your business. Here's what we'll cover. A quick tour of the app on your phone, how your app tracking works, the different settings and options for customizing your app, and most importantly, best practices and how to get it on other people's phones. The first time anyone opens the app, including you, they will see the registration screen. This screen allows you to ask for the user's permission to contact them. Once you click past the registration screen, you will not see it again. This is the home screen of your app. We refer to these as the home screen buttons and this section as the tabs. Let's start with the buttons. First, you have the contact button. Anyone with your app can click contact and reach you easily by your email, cell phone, office line, or text message. Next is the share button. If it wasn't obvious enough, this is how you share your app. Furthermore, anyone who has your app can refer you or pass along your information with this button as well. We are going to come back to this in one moment. After share is the property search button. Your app can be connected with your online property tool that users will easily be able to navigate from your app. The See a Property button is a way for your tappers to quickly ping you, let you know they want to see a home. These buttons will ask the user to enter in their contact information, any notes in regards to the request, and once they click send, you'll get an email from us letting you know the details. Last is the About Me button. This is a great place to include an introduction of yourself. Our recommendation is that you try not to write a novel. A quick summary, few sentences will do. All right, let's quickly hit the tabs on your home screen. This contact button will take you back to your home screen. Pretty simple. Next, we have the calculator. This is probably the most used part of your app. Clients and realtors love being able to run payment scenarios through this, and it might save you a few calls on the weekend when you're trying to enjoy yourself. After that is the news button, a great place for anyone, including yourself, to catch up on national mortgage news, trends, etc. All right, the last button here is the More section where you can include resources for people and additional information about yourself. Buttons can include your website, Facebook, privacy policy, or preferred credit repair specialist, and more. The app is pretty much ready to go once it is created, but you can customize or add anything to it at any time. But before we talk about that, I want to go back to the share button. This is the key to your success with the app, sharing it and sharing it often. So let's go back to that. Anytime you want to share your app, open it up on your phone and then click share. You will enter in the intended recipient's name, their cell phone number, and any notes you want to include about how you met them. If you're at a party, open house, networking event, or wherever, add some details that will help you remember that situation later. For example, add, met at Smith's Barbecue, wondering about refinancing. It's as easy as that. Once you click send, they will receive a text message with a link to download your app. What we have done to help you out is also trigger an email that alerts you that the app has been shared. That information will also get stored in your dashboard, which we'll talk about next. It's really important that you share this way every time. Your app creates a custom tracking code every time you click share, so there's no need to reuse an existing text message. Once the app is shared, this valuable information you entered now lives on your dashboard as a new tapper. So as you can see, sharing the app is super simple. But the most exciting part is that you're able to track every person you have sent the app to and what they have done with it, and that's all on your dashboard. So let's take a look at that now. Check this out. It's basically like a control center for your app. The screen opens to show you all of your tappers and all of the people you've sent the app to. A couple of things to note in this section. First, a tapper is created as soon as you share the app with them. You can categorize the status of this person, whether it's a new user, prospect, referral partner, etc. Let's say you spell their name wrong or you entered in the wrong email address. No problem, click on the name. You can edit all of this information here and check out their user activity and their user report. Tappers will give you a count of how many times they've used your app. Last tap is the date of when they last used the app, and next you'll see the email address should they have shared it with you during registration, and their phone number. There's a ton of great information here, and you can use it as you would like. All the columns can be clicked on to sort the data, and you can use the search bar to single out any information you'd like. The other report options are to see referrals or who the app has been sent to and by whom. Requests are where someone has used Get Pre-Approved or Request a Quote buttons that we have reviewed on the home screen of your app. Total taps is just an ongoing feed or list of your total app's usage. That's right, every single tap. Use this information how you see fit for your individual needs, but we recommend logging in every day to see who's used it. Reach out to them if you think it might be a good idea, or if someone hasn't installed the app or used it yet, try and send it out to them again. We'll get back to best practices in a little bit, but first I want to walk you through a couple of things on how you can customize and edit your app. Keep in mind, you do not need to change anything on your app if it works for you, but it's here in case you would like to switch things up. First is the build/edit section. This makes up the bulk of your app and your information that you completed when you very first set up your app. Here we have your photo and logo. Click next to see your contact information and your bio. After that is the More section, which is labeled Setup Social. Feel free to add as many or as few of these as you'd like. Next is the Buttons section. You have buttons on your home screen, within your contact screen, and in the More section. Options exist to edit, delete, hide, or add buttons. This section is extremely easy to use, but if you need help, there are additional articles in the Help section of your dashboard if you need assistance. Below buttons is calculators. You can set default numbers, percentages, and factors here. Under settings, there are two more things you have the option to customize. First is the registration page we talked about in the beginning. Users will see this page the first time they open your app, and you can decide what you want to say there and what information to require. We have a default setting that works well for most people, but feel free to check this out more if you're interested. Last is the text/SMS screen. This is where you can see the text message that's sent every time that you share your app. Feel free to edit the verbiage if you'd like. All right, that concludes the basic tour of your app and dashboard, but I recommend you play around with it and get used to the Help Center for more information or other questions. Now we're going to review some best practices, and if you remember anything from this webinar, make sure it is this part. Share the app with everyone. You have no need to use business cards anymore. Every time you meet somebody that could be a potential client, whether it's at a barbecue, open house, networking event, or at a friend's dinner party, share the app. You are not only giving them your digital business card and real estate toolkit, but you're accomplishing what you really want, which is getting their contact info. Even if they don't use the app, you can first focus on getting them as a client into your office, and then you can get the app on their phone and show them how to use it later. When you're meeting clients or potential clients in your office, get the app on their phones and show them how easy it is to use. Buyers love the calculator, and any client will love how easy it is to contact you with the app. Speaking of in-office meetings, have a team. Make sure they have the app and share it as part of their process and in everyday life as well. Outside of your team, who are your biggest cheerleaders and referral partners? If you have family, friends, or other business channels that are constantly sending you clients, meet up with them and get the app on their phones as well. With a simple share, they can send you a referral and move on to the next thing. Focus on and master these steps. Then when you want to go further, check out the help section on the website or within your dashboard. All of our most common FAQs are in this section, as well as information on your app and apps for other industries. We have articles on everything, and we are also available by email and phone support. If you have any feedback or suggestions, we're all ears for those as well. This concludes the webinar, and I challenge you to share your app with the next person you see, and never look back.